All right. So in the last class, I started discussing the poem The Canonization, written by John Donne. So I just told you the summary in that class. So today I'm going to critically analyze the poem so that you can understand it in a better way. So I told you the meaning or the definition of the word the canonization. Canonization. What does it mean? Do you remember? Anyone? I told you the meaning in the last class. Can you try?
Yes, sir.
Who is it? Naim? Is it Naim?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Naim, do you remember the meaning of the word canonization?
yes, sir. Hello.
Can you share?
Yes, sir. Actually, canonization means the declaration of a dead person as a saint or as a holy person.
Okay, so you are right. Canonization means
Yes,
if
the declaration. Yes.
if a dead person, if there is a dead person, and if the church declares him as a saint, then this process is called canonization. So, especially in Roman Catholic Church, this practice of canonization is available. We see, all right. But here in this poem, the canonization, this title, the name of the poem, the canonization, it means that the poet and his beloved will become saints of love, and they will be regarded as saints of love, of saints of true love in the whole world in the future. That means after their deaths, the whole world will remember them like the saints. So that is why John Donne, he gave the poem this particular title, The Canonization. So here we see who is the speaker. I hope you should remember who is the speaker, the lover or the beloved. Hello, is it a difficult question? Who is the speaker in the poem?
Sir, lovers.
The lover is the speaker in the poem, and how old is he? Is he a young man, an old man? How is he?
Sir, of course, young man.
How does he look like?
Sir, young man.
Young man.
No, sir.
Sir, without young man, how can he love someone?
And this I discussed it in the last class. Okay, so I think you have forgotten. The speaker is not a young man, and he is actually, we should say, middle-aged. Or some people may say he is an old man. Actually, there is a reference to 5 gray hairs. Do you remember? The speaker has 5 gray hairs. Uh, Actually, it's tough to say if he is a young man or old man, because a person who has only 5 gray hairs, is he old? If a person has 5 gray hairs, does it mean that he is old?
No, sir.
Even a young person may have 5 gray hairs. Yes or no? Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is not,
Even
yeah.
a young person may have 5 or 6 gray hairs. So the thing is, uh, actually, we we know that the speaker is not so young. How? There are some words in the poem that indicate that the speaker is not so young. He is kind of middle aged. Uh, do you remember the words that prove that he is not so young? There is a word in the first stanza, palsy, Palsy. Palsy means incapacity or helplessness to move. All right. So normally what happens? Normally an old person cannot move freely, cannot walk, smoothly. So the speaker is suffering from palsy, Palsy. And the speaker also has another disease which is called gout, Gout. Gout means, a painful disease of the joints, especially in a toe or finger. So the old people, they suffer from gout. They also suffer from palsy. But বিষয়টা হচ্ছে যে তার মাথায় চুল, 5টি চুল তো সাদা। তো এটা দিয়ে প্রমাণ করা যাবে না যে সে বুড়ো হয়ে গেছে, কারণ অনেকেরই ইয়াংদের মধ্যেও 4-5টি চুল মাথায় সাদা থাকতেই পারে। কিন্তু যখন এই শব্দগুলো দেখি, প্যালসি, গাউট, স্পিকার বলছে যে হি ইজ সাফারিং ফ্রম প্যালসি, তার প্যালসি আছে, তার গাউট আছে। গাউট মানে জয়েন্টে, হ্যাঁ, হাড়ে ব্যথা, বিশেষ করে আঙ্গুলে, হাতের আঙ্গুলে, পায়ের আঙ্গুলে ব্যথা। সো নাও when we observe these words, palsy and gout, so we get an idea that maybe he is, you know, a middle-aged person, and he is, not so old, but kind of old. All right. So, interestingly, he has a young beloved. The girl is young, but unfortunately, a person is disturbing them. There is a third person, I told you in the last class. Another person, it may be his friend, maybe his enemy, or whatever. It's not clear. In the poem, we don't have any idea. I mean, what does he do? The third person, what is his profession? Is he a friend? Is he an enemy? We have no idea. So that third person is disturbing, the lover and the beloved. All right. So this poem is actually an example of metaphysical poetry. So as I shared this information, especially the characteristics of metaphysical poetry. Okay, so in metaphysical poetry, we see so many characteristics, especially the use of conceits. Conceit, a conceit means strange metaphor. In this poem, there are conceits, and in metaphysical poetry, we also see the references to the medieval philosophy of metaphysics, a dramatic situation, and monologue, a speech like rhythm, and colloquial language. So in this poem, we see there are conceits, there are strange metaphors. For example, the speaker, he compares himself with the fly, FLY. So in Bangla, মাছি, speaker নিজেকে মাছির সাথে তুলনা করে. So it is a metaphor, but strange metaphor. Normally, we don't see that a lover, in a poem, a lover compares himself with a fly. So it is really strange. And strange metaphors we see in metaphysical poetry. So there is also a dramatic situation in the poem. So what is the dramatic situation? The speaker is busy with his beloved. The situation is dramatic uh, because maybe they are having a physical relationship. We are not sure, but it looks like we have an idea from the poem that maybe they are involved in a physical affair. So the situation is dramatic, and the rhythm of the poem is speech like. Speech like means colloquial language. So when we read the poem, we feel that the language is like a conversation. In Bangla, কবিতার যে ভাষাটা মনে হয় যেন আহ, আমরা যে ডেইলি কথা বলি, আমরা সাধারণ মানুষরা যেভাবে কথা বলি, কবিতাটাও মনে হয় যেন ওইভাবেই লেখা. It's like a dialogue, like a conversation. So it is another characteristic of metaphysical poetry. The language is conversational. The language looks like a dialogue, conversation. So the speaker, he wants that the world will appreciate their love, the world will be inspired by their love, and they will be canonized. They will be canonized means they will be remembered even after they die, and they will be immortal through their love, especially in the future. The other lovers, the young lovers, next generation lovers, they will remember them. And now, in fact, the speaker, when he is expressing his love for the beloved, the speaker is saying that, saying all the good things about their love, they will be immortal. So the speaker is actually justifying himself. The speaker is actually supporting himself, supporting the love affair. But it looks like the third person, maybe the third person does not want that this adult man should be in an affair with, with the young girl. Maybe we get an indirect, what should I say, impression. Indirectly, we feel that the third person does not want that the speaker, the adult person, the adult man, should not be in a love relationship with the young girl. Maybe that is why, because of this, the third person is disturbing the adult man. I hope you understand.
So I missed it.
Naim,
So could you please repeat once again?
you see, the third person is disturbing the lover, the adult man, the lover, and the young girl. Why? Maybe because the third person is jealous. Maybe because the third person uh, is a relative of the girl. Maybe he's just a common person and does not want that the adult man, the grown-up man, should be in a love affair with the young girl. So that is why maybe uh, the third person is disturbing the lover and the beloved. So we can say maybe, might be, because we are not sure about the third person, the identity of the third person. আমরা আসলে জানি না এই তৃতীয় ব্যক্তি সে যে ডিস্টার্ব করছে সে আসলে কে, কি তার পরিচয়। সে কি মেয়েটির আত্মীয়, অথবা সে কি লোকটির কোনো আত্মীয়, নাকি শত্রু, নাকি বন্ধু। আসলে it's not clear in the poem. All right, especially the identity of the third person. So the lover, again and again, he is praising his own love for the girl, and he compares himself with the phoenix. You must remember, I told you, the phoenix, especially in mythology, phoenix is a bird which lives for 500 to 600 years, and the bird then burns itself, then from the ashes it is born again. So phoenix is a kind of immortal mythological bird. Now in this poem, the adult man, the lover, he compares his love, his and her love together. He compares love with the phoenix. Phoenix is immortal, and their love is also immortal. And he also uh, compares love, human love, with the ascetic life of unworldly saints. It means that the speaker believes that love is unconditional, love is selfless, and the lovers are never selfish. Alright, so a speaker তাদের ভালোবাসাকে আহ, সাধু সন্ন্যাসীদের জীবনের সাথে তুলনা করছে, কারণ সাধু সন্ন্যাসীরা তারা তাদের কোনো মোহ থাকে না, তাদের মন থাকে উদার, মন থাকে বিশুদ্ধ. So, similarly, like the pure way of life of the saints lead a, normal, simple, uncorrupted, pure life. So the speaker is comparing his love for the beloved with the life of the saints. The lover feels that, his love for the beloved is also pure. So, as I have told you, the situation of the poem is dramatic, and it is proved in the first line. If you read the first line again, for God's sake, hold your tongue and let me love. For God's sake, hold your tongue and let me love. So it's really dramatic. Okay, all of a sudden, someone is saying, just stop, hold your tongue, stop, keep quiet, don't talk, and let me love. So it's a kind of technique. It's called shock tactic. Alright, the first line, if it is dramatic, প্রথম লাইনটা যদি একটু নাটকীয় হয়, মানে পড়ে মনে হচ্ছে আর কি ঘটছে. So it is a technique, it is a feature, বৈশিষ্ট্য. It is a feature that we find in metaphysical poems. And the adult man, he's logically trying to influence, trying to convince the third person. You see, his argument, his logic is strong, forceful, suggestive, and witty. Witty, that means he uses his intelligence. His logic is full of intelligence. বক্তা, প্রেমিক, বয়স্ক প্রেমিক, সে নিজেকে নিজের ভালোবাসাকে, মেয়েটির প্রতি তার ভালোবাসা, হ্যাঁ, এটা যে যুক্তিসঙ্গত এবং তাদের ভালোবাসা কতটা কি বলবো, কতটা খাঁটি, সেটা বোঝানোর জন্য, তৃতীয় ব্যক্তিকে বোঝানোর জন্য সে যে যুক্তিগুলো তুলে ধরে, সে যে তুলনা করে মিথোলজি সাথে, আরো বিভিন্ন বিষয়ের সাথে সে যে তুলনা করে, এই তুলনাগুলো আসলে বেশ স্ট্রং, তার যুক্তিগুলো খুব স্ট্রং, এবং সে বুদ্ধিমত্তার সাথে তৃতীয় ব্যক্তিকে কনভিন্স করতে চায়, বোঝাতে চায়. And the rhyme scheme of the poem is A B B A C C C A A. I repeat, A B B A C C C A A. So in this poem, we also see some surprising registers. Register, you know, registers. 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 The word means you can say words. Words. Shabdo. Registers. So the speaker uses words from the register of trade, commerce, medicine, and mythology. All right. To describe his idea of metaphysical love. For example, palsy, gout. These words are connected with medicine. Now, do you understand what register, the word register means? I have already told you, but just to clarify, are you clear? Register অর্থ কি? REGISTER.
নির্দিষ্ট কিছু শব্দ, যেমন মেডিকেল সায়েন্সে যারা আছে তারা আম, যে ওয়ার্ড গুলো ইউজ করে ওগুলো ওদের জন্যই। ওটি, তারপর হচ্ছে যে টিফিন, এই ধরনের ওয়ার্ড গুলো ওদের জন্য। আবার লয়ার যারা, তারা এই ধরনের কিছু কিছু শব্দ নিজস্ব জন্য ব্যবহার করে, যেটা আমরা সোশিয়াল লিঙ্গুইস্টিকে পড়ছিলাম আর কি।
যেমন লিটারেচারে আমরা সনেট,
হ্যাঁ,
তারপরে রাইম স্কিম,
টাইম।
এগুলো আমাদের আমাদের লিটারেচারে আমরা ইউজ করি। হ্যাঁ, এগুলো হচ্ছে লিটারেচারের রেজিস্টার্স। Yes, exactly. So Sweetie is right. Registers, I mean, the word, it means that, you know, words used in particular, we can say, departments or sections. All right. So for example, in this poem there are words like palsy, 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 gout. So these are the name of, you know, diseases. The names of diseases are related to, you know, medicine. So these are registers or words used especially or connected with medicine. And there are also some words, for example, merchant. In this poem there is the word merchant and ship. So these are the words or registers which are connected with which section, uh, which department? Any idea? Merchant, ship. Anyone?
Department of marine related or something.
It is actually connected with merchant, means you know, businessman, connected with commerce. All right, commerce. While phoenix is a register, is a word. It is connected with mythology. When I say phoenix, that means, you know, I am talking about a mythological bird. So the word phoenix is connected with mythology. Then there is a word hymns, HYMNS, hymns. This word is connected with religion. And there is another register or another word, chronicles. Chronicles is related to history. All right. So so many different registers are used in this poem. So this is really interesting. And in this poem, we see that the poet John Donne has mixed up, or I should say, there is a mixture of so many different things, so many different elements, so are mixed up in this poem. For example, uh, the speaker, the speaker, he compares a lover's sigh, S-I-G-H, in Bangla, Dirghoshas. So the speaker, he compares a lover's sigh with merchant ships. কবিতায় একটা কথা আছে যে আমাদের দীর্ঘশ্বাসে কি সরি আমাদের দীর্ঘশ্বাস কি কোনো লাইনটা কি মনে পড়ে তোমাদের? একটা লাইন আছে না, আমাদের দীর্ঘশ্বাস কি কোনো জাহাজকে ডুবিয়েছে? Alright, so lover's sigh. The speaker compares his sigh with the ships. The speaker compares colds with spring. You know, spring is a season. In Bangla, we call it Boshanto. The speaker also compares heat with plague or disease. And the speaker also compares love songs with divine hymns. Divine hymns. Hymns, I told you, the word hymn, it means praise. Especially if you praise God, it means hymn, Hymn. All right, so it can be a song, a religious song, or a poem in praise of God. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Moon, what I am trying to explain, can you just share if you have understood? Can you share
So
your?
religious like elements.
You see, I have told you that in this poem we see so many different elements. Okay, we see the reference, মানে বিভিন্ন বিষয় নিয়ে এখানে বিভিন্ন ধরনের শব্দ একসাথে, মানে একটা মিক্সচার হয়েছে, লাইক ব্ল্যান্ডিং। এখানে আহ, প্রেমিকের দীর্ঘশ্বাসের সাথে জাহাজের মানে ব্যবসায়ীর জাহাজের তুলনা করা হচ্ছে, ঠান্ডা লাগার সাথে বসন্তের তুলনা করা হচ্ছে, হিট মানে জ্বরের সাথে রোগের তুলনা করা হচ্ছে, আবার লাভ সংস, হ্যাঁ, ভালোবাসা প্রেমের গানের সাথে রিলিজিয়াস সংস, ধর্মীয় গানের তুলনা করা হচ্ছে। সো you see so many different elements are mixed up in this poem. It is also a feature of metaphysical poetry. All right. So you see, we also find the mixture of emotion and intellect. Emotion, you know, strong feelings. What is intellect? Any idea? Anyone? Can you try? Intellect. I think you know the meaning of the word
So knowledge.
intellect. Intellect, you know, it is
Using
connected
talent.
intelligence. It is connected with intelligence. All right. So you see the word intellect. There is in, intellect. In means is there in you. It's inbuilt. Whatever you have, you have. So you can say it's God gifted. Like instinct, instinct, instinct. The word instinct start with in. That means it's there naturally. We say natural instinct. So it's inborn. All right. It's there in your inside you, in your body. Instinct, intellect. Intellect is also inbuilt. It's there in you naturally. Then there is another word, intuition. Intuition also, the word begins with in. So it's inbuilt. All right. So these words, instinct, intellect, intuition, all these words start with in. Anyway, uh, so what I am saying is the lover,
Intellect.
sorry, yes, of course, the lover is emotional and the lover is also intellectual. He's witty. You know, metaphysical poems are witty. The lines are witty, full of intelligence. So the lover is emotional. He is supporting his love for the girl and he is using his intelligence throughout the poem. He uses his intelligence to convince the third person. So the point, I mean, the speaker, he believes that his love for the girl, I mean, their souls are united. It is also a feature of metaphysical poetry. In metaphysical poetry, we see, especially in love poems, the souls of the lovers are united. মানে প্রেমিক প্রেমিকার আত্মা, দুজনের আত্মা আলাদা নয়, দুজনের আত্মা এক হয়ে যায়. So it is actually a metaphysical idea and it is related to, you know, Platonism, Platonic love. The Greek philosopher Plato, he talked about, you know, divine love. That means not physical love, but the love of the souls, the unification of the souls. Love never dies. Even if the lover dies, or even if the beloved dies, love remains immortal. All right. So this concept is called Platonic love, or you can also say metaphysical love. I can give you an example. Uh, John Donne's wife when she died, John Donne did not marry again. He did not marry for the second time. Why? Because he thought that he could never forget his wife, and his love for the wife still remained the same even if the wife was dead. ওনার জন ডানের ওয়াইফ মারা যাওয়ার পরেও উনি কিন্তু আর বিয়ে করেননি, কারণ ওনার মনে হয়েছিল যে ওনার আত্মার সাথে ওয়াইফের আত্মা মিশে এক হয়ে আছে এবং উনি কখনো ওয়াইফকে ভুলতে পারবেন না। উনি হয়তো ফিজিক্যালি এই পৃথিবীতে নেই, ওনার ওয়াইফ মৃত, ফিজিক্যালি উনি পৃথিবীতে নেই, কিন্তু ওনার আত্মার সাথে জন ডানের আত্মা মিলেমিশে একাকার হয়ে আছে এবং এই ভালোবাসাটাকে বলছে প্ল্যাটনিক লাভ, the unification of souls. We can also call it metaphysical love. So we see that in this poem, the poet is sensuous. I mean, I should say, yes, as I'm saying, the poet is both sensuous and realistic in his treatment of love. So what does sensuous mean? I explained it. I told you in one of my previous classes. Sensuous. The word sensuous is related to what? Anyone? Can you give it a go? Give it a try. What is sensuous?
Related to body.
Is it related to physicality, related to body?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are right, but is there any other explanation? You see, how many senses do we have?
6.
I think I shared it with you. How can you forget so quickly? Okay, just wait for a second. I'm sharing a photo now, so please hold on. Don't hold your tongue, but just hold on. Can you see this image, the picture?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you see now? See it now?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So you see, these are the 5 senses. In Bangla, Pancho Indriyo. All right. We have 5 senses. Sense number 1, taste. When we eat something, we feel that, we know the taste. Hearing. Sense number 2, hearing. We hear music, we hear others, others' words. When someone is talking, we hear. Sense number 3, sight. Sight means we see. We see by using our eyes. Sense number 4, smell, smelling. If there is a rose, you smell the fragrance. If something is, being cooked in the kitchen, so you smell that. You smell the curry. Then sense number 5, touch. You touch something, you feel. All right. So you see, these are the 5 senses in Bangla, Pancho Indriyo. There is also another kind of sense which is called the 6th sense. The 6th sense, it means that, okay, anyone knows? Is there anyone who knows? 6th sense.
So mind, sir, mind.
Yes, you're right. That means, you see, you feel that something is going to happen. All right. You feel that Naim is going to call you in just 5 seconds. Then after 5 seconds, Naim calls you. All right.
Sir.
So it is called the 6th sense.
Yeah.
So I will take 5 minutes
Sir,
and I'll.
sir, Naim told us authentic.
What? Anis, what is your comment? I have not understood.
Even also, sir, me. I didn't understand, sir.
Sorry, Anis. What do you want to say?
Sir, Naim knows better than me.
But anyway, I have not told anything about you. You have made a comment which is not clear. All right. So, as I'm saying, you see, sensuous. The word sensuous, it does not always mean sexuality. The description of sexuality. না এটা সেন্সুয়াস মানেই যে যৌনতা, হ্যাঁ, বা শারীরিক সম্পর্ক, এসবের আলোচনা তা নয়। সেন্সুয়াস also means, yes, it is a meaning, I agree, but sensuous also means, the references to the senses. For example, if I write a poem, like if there is a line, the eagle is flying. All right, Hassan, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
If I write a poem and if there is a line, the eagle is flying.
Yes, sir.
Is it sensuous?
No, sir.
The line is not sensuous.
It makes sense that the eagle is flying, but
You see, that means you can see, you can imagine. If you
yes,
read
sir.
the line, the eagle is flying. তুমি
Yeah,
যদি এই
it
লাইনটি
makes
পড়ো,
a sense. It makes a sense that the thing is true, sir. It exists.
তুমি যদি এই লাইনটি পড়ো, the eagle is flying, মানে ঈগল পাখি উড়ছে, তখন তোমার মনে ঈগল পাখির ছবি ভেসে ওঠে না?
অবশ্যই স্যার, আমি মাঝে মাঝে একটা হয়তো দেখতে পারি যে হ্যাঁ সত্যি ঈগল
তাহলে
পাখি হয়তো উঠছে।
তাহলে এই যে আমাদের দেখাটা তুমি মনের চোখ দিয়ে দেখছো তো, মানে ঈগল পাখিটা তোমার কল্পনায় ভেসে ওঠে তো।
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
আমি যদি এখন বলি, if I say, if I use the word the Taj Mahal now, so every one of you will see the picture, the picture of the Taj Mahal in your mind. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you can see the Taj Mahal even now. So this is called sensuous. All right. If you
Okay,
go
sir.
to India, if you see the Taj Mahal with your own eyes, it's another thing. But now,
Yes.
if I use the word the Taj Mahal, then the picture of it comes to your mind. So you can see by using the eyes of your mind. So this is also called sensuous. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir,